Hello and welcome. In this video, we are simulating an Indian raid on Pano Akil nuclear missile base in Pakistan. I have written a bit of story about it which you can read in the link in video description. It doesn't match the scenario 100%, but it's close enough. Here, a group of rogue Pakistani army men have taken control of the Pano Akil facility with all of its ballistic missiles stored in heavily armored underground bunkers. There are three parties in this conflict: India, Pakistan, and these rogue military men marked as jihadis here. You can see 9 of the bunkers, the actual targets which need to be destroyed for the mission to be successful. The jihadis control one HQ-16 SAM battery and 2 Cobra attack helicopters. The perimeter is further defended by a few ground units which include mechanized infantry, manpads, APCs and tanks. Two roughly equal Pakistani columns are on their way to Pano Akil, shown in orange color. This means the jihadis and regular Pakistani military will not fire at each other unless provoked, but they are both red, that means hostile with respect to India. Pakistani Air Force has 12 GF-17 armed with PL-12 for air-to-air combat, in addition to dome bombs and H-4 guided bombs for ground targets. PF used the same H-4 bombs on their Mirage 3 and 5 during their failed raid on India in February 2019. Additionally, there are 12 F-16s in similar air-to-air and ground attack configuration. Now, I am switching to Indian side to show some weapon systems involved in this raid. The attack will be started by two BrahMos Mark III cruise missile batteries firing 15 missiles each at the 9 bunkers and HQ-16 SAM battery under control of jihadis. The next stage of attack will be performed by 10 LCA Tejas armed with 500 kg dome bombs and 1000 pound Griffin guided bombs. They will target jihadi ground units and a few bunkers. Bulk of the attack on bunkers will be done by Jaguars armed with Griffins. There are 12 Sukhoi 30s acting as escorts for Tejas and Jaguar. They are armed with R-77 and R-73 missiles for air-to-air role, and a few of them are carrying KH-59 anti-radiation missiles to destroy SAM batteries. Here you can see the attack plans for the fighter jets and BrahMos missiles. The attack will start by two salvos of BrahMos targeting the storage bunkers and the HQ-16 SAM battery. In this scenario, I am aiming for 40% damage on each bunker to consider it damage enough for a successful hit. There is another HQ system under control of Pakistani military not far from our target area, and it will try to shoot down Indian missiles as well as planes. It will be countered by KH-31Bs and Sukhoi 30s. Now the first BrahMos salvo is on its way and it will reach the target area shortly. Some of the missiles will be shot down or will malfunction or miss their targets. It is all simulated in the software for a bit of realism. The timeline is fast forwarded 5 times to keep the video short. You will see the same action visualized in 3D via TAC-View every few minutes. As in my other videos, both parts were recorded separately, so the clips are from two different playthroughs. Therefore, they are not identical but close enough for our purpose. The first BrahMos salvo has already hit some targets and the next is on its way. Some of the bunkers have been hit. A couple have already received required 40% damage, but some work still remains. The HQ-16 is still intact and it will be able to intercept a few BrahMos before it's taken down. So far, Pakistani anti-aircraft guns and manpad units have not been able to do anything. It might change when Indian aircraft start their attack run. Now this next part shows the same thing happening in real-time 3D view. The blue box shows name of the object. The first number on second line is altitude in hundreds of meters. and the next number is its speed in Mach. So 001 means 100-meter altitude and 2.220 means 2.2 Mach. The blue dome-like things in the air things are the air defense bubbles of SAM batteries. Ideally, the missile should have their waypoints programmed to avoid passing through these bubbles, but it doesn't work in automated attack plans. Most of the missiles have failed. So now you can see Indian Jaguars and Tejas starting their attack run. They are carrying Python 5 and AIM 132A short range air to air missiles for defense against other aircraft. But they are largely dependent on Sukhois armed with R-73 and R-77 BVR missiles for these roles. The gray-white lines on the map mark their waypoints and weapon release points. The Sukhois will try to protect the Tejas and Jaguars by shooting down Pakistani JF-17s and F-16s. They will also try to destroy the surface-to-air missile batteries and radar-guided anti-aircraft artillery on the Pakistani side. Indian aircraft are flying towards Panwakil and Pakistanis are trying to intercept them. One Akash battery near border and one S-400 battery near Jaipur are also firing on Pakistani aircraft which are coming within their attack radius. Since the S-400 is firing at its extreme range, most of its missiles will probably miss. But it will give Indian aircraft a chance to get into a better position for their own assault. The Indian Sukhois are engaging Pakistani fighters as well as firing KH-31 anti-radiation missiles at whatever ground targets they can detect. The HQ-16 controlled by jihadis has already taken one or two hits. The damage is not enough to completely disable it. It's just one or two launchers or maybe a supply vehicle that has been destroyed. Now, the video for next 2 or maybe 2.5 minutes will be the same. Indian aircraft trying to attack Panwakil missile facility and Pakistanis trying to intercept the Indian jets. If you wish to see the results, you can skip to the mark around 10 minutes. I will run this scenario twice and you'll see the results accordingly. Here you can see results of this raid. All bunkers except two received the required 40% damage. The two which didn't had 29 and 30% damage. So we are assuming that the missiles inside them were not destroyed and could be taken outside for firing. This means that more hits or a ground assault is needed, which is not an ideal outcome. It is close but slightly short of expectations. India lost 4 Jaguars, at least 2 of them were shot on by Pakistani fighters, and 1 Sukhoi was lost too. Pakistanis lost 6 F-16s and 9 JF-17s. That is all except 4 aircraft which took off from their airfields. They also lost one vehicle in the HQ-16 battery. Jihadi losses are not that important, but they lost 4 anti-aircraft guns plus 2 vehicles of their 40 battery. They also lost one vehicle in their HQ-16. As mentioned earlier, I ran this scenario twice for this video, and the results of second run were a bit better for the Indian side. They lost no planes and shot down 8 F-16s and 8 JF-17s each. Effect on bunkers was better too, with nearly all bunkers receiving between 45 to 70% damage. I've run this scenario 7 to 8 times, and this doesn't happen normally. In all other runs, Indians lost between 2 to 5 aircraft. So this is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.